Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second ever highlight show of the year. I'm your host, Elias Strakos, joined today by Simon Hendricks. Simon, how's it going?
You know what, Elias? I'm doing very well today. Thank you for asking. We have a lot of fun games to go through today. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's terrific. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Great.
Should be a lot of fun in this one as we start off with the Saga of Mississauga. See what I did there? Anyways, it's the Mississauga Reps taking on the Mississauga Senators, but before the game, things got a little bit testy. The game within the game begins when Jacob Johnston on the Mississauga Reps steals the puck from Oliver Tang on the Senators. Even the referee had to get involved as he returned the puck back and Johnston got a little talking to after. In the first period, the Sens on the power play and Michael Tamburro makes the initial saves and does a very nice job covering up the rebound, keeping the game scoreless. A point shot now from Rowan Eaton is initially saved but tapped in on the rebound as the Reps take a 1-0 lead. Now the Reps heading up the other way as a point shot from Jacob Johnston is tipped in and just barely beats goaltender Colton Webster. It is now 2-0 for the Reps. A bit later on, the Rebels with some glorious chances, but Michael Tamburro makes not one, not two, but three glorious saves on separate occasions. He will simply not give anything up as it remains 2-0 for the Reps. Jump to the third now. It's Jackson Irvin to Misha Nikolsky who takes a beautiful shot, and for the goal, it is now 3-0 for the Mississauga Reps. Late in the third now, it's Shane Polizek who scores a goal to make it 3-1. However, that is as close as the Senators would get as the Mississauga Reps win 3-1.
Marros taking on the Junior Canadians now, and early on this one, a great chance for the Junior Canadians, but it's Noah Mavin with an impressive save. Then on the other end, Pierce Bowie is in, but William Caputaro makes a nice save as well, keeping this one scoreless. Now it's Adam Kelly going up the right wing. He takes it all the way around the net and puts it in to give the Junior Canadians a 1-0 lead. A few minutes after that, it's Kelly again on the attack, but this time Noah Mavin makes another nice stop to keep it a 1-goal game. Now, less than a minute after that, Jacob Zoo has a great scoring opportunity, but it's Mavin with two saves. Look at that second one. Absolutely beautiful. Jump to the third period now. The Marros are on the power play, and look who it is. Adam Valentini, who pots it home to tie this game up. It is 1-1. Getting to the midway point of the third now, the Junior Canadians looking to regain the lead. It's Braden Krozik, but Noah Mavin gets the pad across to make the save. And that's how this one would end. 1-1 is your final between the Junior Canadians and the Marros. Okay, we've gone through a couple games now. Simon, let's take a little ad break and we'll be back after this.
Alessandro Diorio and the Von Kings take on Nolan Long and the Don Mills Flyers in a matchup at Westwood Arena. Catch the action of the next OHL Stars.
Next up from Westwood Arena, it is the Von Kings taking on the Don Mills Flyers. And early on in the first, the Kings are moving it up, and it is Ben Bowen who scores to give his team a 1-0 lead. A bit later on now in the first period, off a turnover, it is Bowen again who pots it home. That doubles the Kings' lead. It is now 2-0. Now, less than a minute later, it's Ben Bowen again, this time with the assist to Josh Levy, who makes it 3-0 after potting in his own rebound. Not long after, though, it is Zachary Nyman who takes a shot from the point, and it is tipped in by Joey Capel. It is 4-0 for the Kings. The floodgates are really opening in this one now. The goals keep piling up for Vaughan. This time, it's defenseman Tyler Clark who gets the goal. Vaughan puts up a 5 spot in the first period, and they are not done just yet. After another Flyers turnover, it's Joey Capel with the goal, his second of the game, all Kings in this one. Early in the second now, the Flyers are off a 2-on-1 the other way, and they score a goal. The Flyers are on the board, but they do still trail 6-1. Now, it's the Kings with a 2-on-1 of their own, and it's Jensen Gledarts with the goal. It's their 7th of the game, and the Kings would add one more to take this game 8-1, your final.
Next up, we have the Mississauga Sens versus the North York Rangers. Less than a minute into this one, it's Cohen Eshkak-Kogan with a shot to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Not long after, North York looking to double the lead, but Evan Ackerman makes several saves to keep it out. Just over 5 minutes left in the period. It's Jacob Boulty with a shot on net. He collects his rebound, goes around the net, and puts it in on the backhand. Talk about great hustle there. It is 2-0. Shortly after that, Rangers are threatening again, but it's Ackerman making a nice save in tight. He takes a goal away from Brady Smith. And now after a Senator turnover, North York moves up on a 2-on-1, but Ackerman with another marvelous stop. It remains 2-0. Towards the end of the period now, a backhanded pass finds its way in front of the net, and it's Cameron Warren who tucks it in to give his team a 3-0 advantage. We move to the second period now. After a fan shot, it's Brady Smith who scores while simultaneously knocking the water bottle off the top of the net. We had that last highlight show as well. That makes it 4-0 Rangers. Just over midway through the second, a great individual effort from Gavin Yu puts Mississauga on the board, and now it is a 4-1 hockey game. Late in the second period now, the loose puck is put in by Jacob Boulty. That's his second of the game to restore North York's 4-goal lead. Early on in the third, the Rangers turn the puck over, and Zachariah McAuliffe, he is in all alone, and McAuliffe beats Brady Nolan to cut the deficit back to 3. It is 5-2. Midway through the third now, Jacob Boulty dekes out Ackerman in front of the net to score his third of the game. That's a hat trick, and it is 6-2 for North York. Jackson Kimmelman would add a 7th goal for the Rangers as they comfortably beat the Senators by a score of 7-2, your final.
Finally, the Mississauga Rebels are taking on the Don Mills Flyers, and early in the first period, this shot by Alexander Bilecki gets tipped in by Owen McGunkin in front of the net to open the scoring. It is 1-0 Mississauga. Not long after, Bilecki with some silky hands in front of the net, but it cannot beat Kyle Karwowski. He really puts the wow in Karwowski. Just midway point through the second now, the Rebels have a power play and are looking to double their lead, but Karwowski with another nice save to keep it a 1-goal game. Late in the third now, Matthew Hobbs takes a shot, which is stopped initially, but is then put in by Alex Karskaden on the rebound, and it makes it 2-0 for the Rebels. A few minutes after that, the Rebels are on the power play, and it's Matthew Hobbs who adds the insurance marker for Mississauga, as they would go on to win this one 3-0, your final.
Okay, welcome to the interview portion of our highlight show here today. I'm joined by none other than Blake Hanlon. Welcome, Blake. How's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for bringing me on the show today.
No problem, no problem. I want to hear all about your expert opinions here on some stuff, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why don't we start with this. In the Rep Sens game, we had that little kind of pre-game feistiness happen between a couple of the players, a little stolen puck there. What were your thoughts on that?
It's just pre-game antics. It's the first game of the season for those two teams. They kind of just want to maybe play a little lighthearted. A lot of these guys, they've played together, and they've had a lot of experiences with one another, so during that time in the opening warm-ups, just kind of playing the puck there, taken away across center ice. That's just some antics that happen in hockey.
Yeah, that's true. That definitely a pretty funny moment, I guess. Right
Absolutely.
There. A little
yeah.
talking to from the ref after. So
Yeah, it's nothing too bad.
Yeah. Moving on to the Marros and the Junior Canadians now. Adam Valentini scored the game-tying goal in the third period. What are your thoughts on him as a player?
Clutch, but also just even in non-clutch situations, he sets his team up to just have huge leads. He is one of the top players in the GTHL this season. He is going to be a good player one day, professional career in his future. He really got the Marros suited up in that one. You could honestly say they kind of won that game because they were down 0-1. Even though they didn't win that game, they got a tie out of it. That's a point in the point column. And hey, you come out of that third period with a tie, great job there for Valentini.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, during the Mississauga Sens and Rangers game, the Rangers won 7-2 over the Sens. What type of season can the Rangers have, do you think?
I think they could definitely take a big run in the playoffs this year. I think of a guy like Tyler Challenger's speed, his shot, but they also have a goalie tandem that is going to be excellent this year, and that's with Max Rovstein and Brady Nolan. Those two are going to help carry the load this year, kind of distribute the workload a little bit, and prepare the Rangers for a good offensive push and also defensive push as well.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens with the Rangers and every other team as well, as we're kind of just getting going here in the GTHL season.
Yeah, it's early on. We'll see what the season brings.
Okay, Blake, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
No problem.
That's all from us today here at the Six Hockey Studios. Simon, this was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We had some great games, some great highlights, and we will have more for you next time.
Indeed, we will. From our expert analyst, Blake Hanlon, Simon Hendricks, here my co-host, I'm Elias Strakos. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.